Hey guys, I'm John Setzler and welcome back to Atlanta Grill Company. Today we're going to do something a little different. We're going to do a two-process cook that's going to use some sous vide and the grill, and we're going to make some beautiful steaks, medium rare, out of a chuck roast. So let's get started. The star of our show today is a very simple 2-pound chuck roast. This is just a very simple, inexpensive chuck roast. I paid about $11 for this, and I'm going to get started by seasoning this guy with my wrinkled bottle of Atlanta Grill Company's Himalayan Sherpa because I accidentally set that down somewhere that was hot. So the first thing I'm going to do is put a nice liberal coat of that on one side of this steak, if we're going to call this a steak, which it is today. And then I'm going to flip that guy over and hit the back side with about the same amount, and I'm going to give that a few minutes to adhere. And then I just put this in a vacuum seal bag, and I've tossed it here in my chamber sealer where I'm going to get a really nice tight seal. And then I'm just going to toss that in the refrigerator until we move to the next step. So I'm going to set up my sous vide circulator, and I'm going to run this thing at about 132 degrees, and we'll get that started. And after that's been running for a minute or two, I'm going to drop our chuck roast right into the bath, and I'm going to put my rack on top of this to keep it submerged. And I'm just going to use a clothespin kind of to hold that right in place. And then I'm just going to put the top on my container, and we're going to let this guy ride for 36 hours. The next thing I want to do is give you guys another one of my sauce recipes. This is one I call the Man Cave A-57 steak sauce. This is a really easy to make, beautiful tasting steak sauce. I'll give you the ingredients, quantities in the video description, but we got ketchup, we have water, Worcestershire sauce, golden raisins, and some balsamic vinegar. So let's get that in the blender. So I've got that in the blender, and we're just going to puree that until it's nice and smooth. And then we're just going to take that out and transfer it to a bottle. And that makes just the perfect amount to fill up a little 8-ounce bottle. I actually have maybe 2 tablespoons left over, so this will keep in the refrigerator for a really long time, but I promise you it won't last you very long. I've lit up a charcoal starter here in the PK Go, and I'm going to get a chimney of charcoal going because it is just about go time. Okay, I've got this chimney blazing here, so we're going to dump that guy out and get us a nice hot bed of coals going right there on the side. Then I'm going to take my tongs and kind of level that out a little bit so we've got a nice even layer, and that's going to work out just perfectly. That's going to be nice and hot. And then we'll set the grill grates in place. And then we're going to close the lid and give this guy a chance to get nice and hot in there. Okay, I've taken our chuck roast out of the vacuum seal bag and out of the sous vide bath, and I've drained off the liquid that was in the bag, and this guy is now ready to go on the grill. And we're going to put this guy on for about 60 seconds on each side. It's not going to take long at all to give that a good sear. And here we are about 60 seconds in, so we're going to give that guy a flip and let it go another 60. And after another 60 on the grill, it's ready to come off. And then our next step, we're going to get right inside this thing. I'm going to open this up and let you have a look right in the middle. I want you to take a look at how beautifully medium rare that chuck roast is. And I swear this thing's got a texture consistency that's about like New York strip. It's not quite as tender as a prime rib, but man, it is super tender. So what I want to do now is get a little piece off of this. I'm just going to take this little small piece off of that edge right there, and we're going to give it a little dip in the Man Cave A-57 sauce and have a taste. Oh man, guys, that is delicious. It's off the hook really for a chuck steak. It doesn't have the same sort of flavor you get when you do a pot roast. The overnight, or the 36 hours with the seasoning we put on it in the sous vide bath, has made a really beautiful flavor here. And guys, you're just gonna have to give it a try. Let me know what you think. Until next time, this is John Setzler with Atlanta Grill Company.